It's the Norte Show, Capital Extra, with the name you can trust, Manny Norte. Very, very special guest in the building. Back again, the chosen one, Big Michael.
How are you, my brother?
Yes, I'm all good. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I just feel ready. I just feel I feel on top of the world.
Right.
And I feel like I've made a album that I am so proud of, and I believe in so much, and I've completed every musical task and mission I was meant to, and I'm the musician I want to be. I'm making the music I want to make, and I feel like how, I don't know, I feel like how Lionel Messi must feel.
Mad.
You know, like when you like, it's like, bruv, what? I've done it. Like I know I'm on form. I've become a master of my craft. I feel like I've relentlessly dedicated myself to art and becoming the musician that I've always wanted to be. So now it's like I can go anywhere and say, yo, my album, Heavy is the Head, play it and connect and feel it and be moved by it. Yeah, man, I'm proud. Yeah.
What was the process? How was the process making the album?
It was painstaking, and it was painstaking, but it was so rewarding. Like, because I've always, I keep on saying it's painstaking, and I don't talk about the reward because it's so the way my dedication to art is so like, sometimes I think, bruv, give it a rest, Storms. Because it will make it easier. It will make it easier if I just make a tune and just put it out, do you know what I mean? But it's like, nah, I can't do that. Like, I got to make sure every string, every chord, every snare, every vocal, every melody is exactly how I envisioned it in my mind. So with that, especially, I always say, like, my kind of where I sit as an artist, where I sit in the world, is a very specific, very precise kind of. I'm like a cauldron of many cultures and many different sounds. I'm as grime as I am R&B. I'm as soul as I am rap. I'm as hip hop as I am gospel.
Yep.
And being that artist in the UK and trying to find the producers and the sounds, it's a very specific task, you know what I mean? So with that, I can make a song and with a producer as a demo, and then I've got to take it there and then go and get some keys there, then go and get drums there. But with that journey can be a very, very difficult, strenuous one, but the reward for it is so, it's the most beautiful thing. It's the most beautiful thing. Yeah.
So you're really in with the producers, like taking it all in with everything?
Yeah, proper. Like I executively produce this, like, do you know what I mean? Like, without trying to sound like, because I don't want to say it as if like, yeah, like that's but I had to proper dedicate my whole thought, my whole process, my whole soul to like making sure I was marrying the right sounds with the right music. Yeah, it's been a beautiful, and I've learned so much, and I'm finally the musician I wanted to be. Yeah, man.
It took a while, so you got
definitely.
It took a while, so what did you have to do? Shut yourself away from the outside world, as it were?
Yeah. So I always, like, when I go to make bodies of work, I always get off social media. I always try and plug in and just dedicate, like even my team around me, make sure that I'm not doing anything other than music. But of course, and this brings me back to the title of the album, Heavy is the Head. Like, this time round, I didn't have the luxury like I did with GSAP of like being in studio for 10 months and just relentlessly staying focused on one task. It was like, because of this person I've become, it was like, yes, I'm trying to make incredible art. I'm trying to make an incredible body of work, but I'm now Storms, who has Murky Books and
mad
headlines Glastonbury. So we've got we like, as much as I'm dedicating myself to the art, it's like, okay, got to also juggle the most career-defining performance of my life. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, how do I headline Glastonbury and stay committed to an album? And it was like me trying to find this balancing act and find this mental capacity to do both, and breaking out of intense periods of one of them to go into the other one. But also, the great thing about it is I was understanding that this is my duty. Like, this is like, I don't have the luxury of just doing one of them. I'm now an artist who has to do both, do you know what I mean? And that's a blessing. So it's just about taking it in my stride and saying, all right, cool. all right, we're doing both. All right, cool. How do we do this? And I've done it. I've done it, man.
And I love how you touched on that because you got to space it out through the year as well.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Glaston's like a whole. Glaston's like I always say, albums are they're the biggest task for any artist. Like, there's nothing more important than bodies of work and making art and making an album. And then with Glasto was an album in itself. Literally. Like, so it took so much commitment and dedication and focus and care. God. So yeah, like, and then there was loads of other things throughout the year that kind of I had to juggle. But my whole thing was, I never, ever, ever make the art. I never sacrifice the art for anything. As in, the music has to be first and foremost. So it was about, how do I make sure that nothing is taken away from my art, but whilst having to commit to other things. But also saying, I'm doing this, but that can't suffer. My art can't suffer for anything. Like, my art can't suffer. Like, as in, so that's why even the album's coming out, like, this, like, it came last quarter of the year. Like, that was never really the plan. But my whole thing was, I'm not just putting this body of work out to get it out and like, it's like, no, we're taking our time. When this body of work is ready, that could have been 2020.
True.
And I would have waited. But I said, my art can't suffer, man. I got to make sure this is right. So we finally got it right, and here we are, man.
God's time.
Amen.
Indeed,
nothing's better than God's time. So,
I hear that now. Here we are. The intro.
Yes.
Big Michael.
Yes.
Oh my God. Firstly, that voice note, is that what you posted on Gram one time?
Yes.
The guy that's in your way.
Yes, his name's Josh Mooney or Josh Money. Yeah, my guy.
What made you want to put it on the album?
Do you know what it is? For me, it proper stood for bare things for me. It was like, as I said, remember, like, being this artist who has loads of other commitments as well as my art, like, but then also understanding, at first and foremost, I'm a musician. I'm an artist. That is my number one priority. That's all I am. That's everything I am. So, and with that, I have a fan base. I have a support system. I have like an audience that they want music.
They really do.
And they want it now. Do you know what I mean? They want it now. But of course, like, as I said, I'm very meticulous, and I gotta give my art and present it right, and when it's ready. So, but for me, that was just like the funniest player that, where someone saying, yo, I love you, but bruv, I love you, but fam, you're winding me out. Give me that music. Do you know what I mean? So it's bearing the love of the love and the welcoming energy and the beautiful family like that I've come to have with like my audience, but also the pressure of it, like, like,
for real.
People want their art and they want it now. Do you know what I mean? So it was just a beautiful balance of both of those things, the love and the pressure and the demand. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
And it's like the guy was threatening you, like, give us the music.
Yes, give man the music. This, that. I was like, yo, cuz, don't worry, I'm coming. I got you, bro. I got you.
Your year has been absolutely phenomenal, bro. Like,
thank you, bro.
I can't even think of the things you've done off head, like Glasgow, the books, like announcing the world tour, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like, the Talking Road you sold like what, 100,000 tickets in an hour worldwide?
150.
Oh my God!
You like that? I couldn't. I was thinking, do I leave? Nah, I got to correct it. I got it. Yeah, it's beautiful. God, and do you know? So do you know? I love the most.
Chest.
My whole thing is, I love progress. Like, as much as that's a great number. So to put into context, the GSAP tour. The last time I toured, which was my biggest tour ever, I remember doing the GSAP tour and thinking, whoa, that was 40,000 tickets for the whole tour.
Okay.
So that whole tour, my whole last tour was 40,000 tickets. And then this time we've just announced the world tour, and then the first day we've done 150,000.
That's actually insane.
So that's just...
What do you think when you hear that?
I just think, thank God, what a blessing, like, because it's none of it's to be taken. That's why I don't take nothing, like... It's not, oh yeah, sick big boss Storms. It's like, nah, bruv, like, thank God, like, as in, it's an honour. Like, a lot of people don't have that, do you know what I mean, like, opportunity, or like, I thank God, even I'm an artist who people are waiting for my album. Like, that's a blessing. You can't take that for granted. I'm an artist who, thank God, people have bought tickets to my tour. That's a blessing, but that's people's hard-earned money, do you know what I mean? You can't take it for granted.
Also, I would say, your show is sick though. Like, even when I saw,
thank you, bro.
When you was like headlining Glasgow, the new album didn't even drop. Like, the album, the Juice album that we actually know.
Yeah.
But your performance is like almost like new material. Like the production.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
The production, the energy. You're working out. Like you're looking like money. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thank you,
That's the
bro.
thing.
Thank you, man.
Like what you're wearing, the Banksy vest as well.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
That's the difference that separates you. I see the work.
I put like I always say I treat my live shows like no one knows me.
Yeah.
Like as in forget Glastonbury, forget Stormzy. This is 100,000 people who don't know who I am.
Mad.
So I now need to show them why I am one of the best musicians and best live performers on the planet. So I treat it like that. I don't treat it like, oh, yep, the big boss is here to now. It's like, bruv, there could be people in this crowd. This is my whole thing. I always say this. There could be someone in the crowd who's someone that their friend has dragged them there and said, you got to come see Storms. And they're thinking, whatever. Like, and they're like, no, you got to come see him. So I got to do it.
By the time they leave.
So by the time they leave, I've proved their friend right. I've done their friend the justice of, yes, you was right. Like, and that person's thinking, well, yeah, no, you was right. Yeah, that Storms he's not too bad. Yeah, man.
Before you touched the stage, I was so nervous. I don't know why. I was actually, my heart was beating. Seriously, it's what's going to happen? How's he going to come out? What's he going to do? So how do you feel, bro? What was before you hit the stage?
Glasto's, to be fair, normally I'm ready. But Glasto's like, with Glasto, I was just thinking, it's happening. This is happening. The moment is, because it becomes like, it's one of them things where we're talking about it, we're getting ready for it, but it's never gonna feel real until you're there. Like rehearsals is great. Like I'm around the comfort of my team and my friends and my family, but before it was happening, putting my in-ears in and I can hear the intro. It's like, fam, this is happening. Yeah. This is happening, bro. I'm about to headline Glastonbury. So yeah, man. It was just like, yeah. That's the two words. It's happening. That's what was going through my mind.
And that's what you say to calm your nerves.
Yeah. To be fair, there's nothing. Do you know what it is? There's nothing that can calm my nerves. I just got to go out there and get into the swing of it. Like once I'm in it, then I'm cool. But the nerves before, they're not going away, bruv. Because the nerves are what show that I care. The nerves is what show that it's not just any show. The nerves are what show that, bruv, I know how important this is. I know this is not to be taken lightly. The nerves keep me in check. The nerves keep me remembering why I'm doing this. So I love the nerves. I need the nerves, yeah.
Sick. And you're in great shape, bro. I can't lie.
Thank you, brother.
You're in great shape.
I'm trying.
You're backing off your top any given chance.
You see it. You clocked it.
You going to the shop bare-chested now.
Bro, do you know what it is? I need, bruv. Have you seen the way I sweat? Bruv, my sweat is so mental, yeah. I need to.
That's work. That's
work. Yeah, so I literally, like, I couldn't do an entire set wearing my t-shirt. It will soak. It will be the most uncomfortable. So,
but you don't have a towel. You could like.
Nah, towel. Trust me. The way next time I do a show, I'll leave my t-shirt on and I'll record it. I can wring it out.
Oh my!
So I could fill up a whole bucket with it's bad. So I always say I got to take my top off to be able to fully give my energy. So I always say if I'm taking my top off, I got to be in some sort of good shape so that I ain't. The girls ain't laughing at my belly, and even though my belly right now is mad.
You're right.
Talk about that.
How many times you working a week?
I try to do at least 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah, just because I feel like everyone should. I feel like you should just. The gym gives you just a certain level of discipline. I'm not very good at it. But
okay.
Like I try and just go to keep my body active because especially as a musician, we sit down so much, studio all day, in cars all day, like interviews, like so. I say I gotta stay active, otherwise I'm gonna become just a freaking potato. Yeah.
And I want to ask as well, what does Banksy actually look like, bro?
Ooh, what does she look like? What do they look like? You know, I don't know. This a bit of a sticky one still, as Hedy would say.
No one can wear a Banksy vest like you wore. No one could actually wear a vest. He's turning down literally everyone.
I thank God for it. But he doesn't even take requests. Like you can't request like. That's why I proper feel like that's honor from him and from God. Like that's so good, God ordained like that. there's nothing in my career that I felt like was so ordained by God, like as in Banksy, like the greatest living artist on earth, like says, yo, like that's you can't make that up, like you can't make it up, man.
Sick. And I saw obviously you used for the artwork as well.
Yeah, definitely. I had to, because that was so like symbolic for me, man.
Didn't you have it in a museum?
No, but it's due to go in a museum, like
That's
as in
mad move, bro.
we've still got it, and it's like so, like I thank God, like I feel like with that, like it's now such a, like, God willing, it's like gonna live forever. It's gonna be like a kind of iconic kind of piece of like British history, British music history. So like, and I always think like, yeah, the Glastonbury performance was always gonna be what it was, but for that to be like, that's like the cherry on the cake. Like, so I'm still, every time I think about it and I talk about it, I still can't believe it myself. Like, I swear to you, I always think, bruv, Banksy. Like, what? Like,
iconic.
Bruv, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, you smashed it. You really are the chosen one, for real. You know what I mean?
Thank you, bro. Thank you, man.
So, Audacity. Hedy is the head out right now.
Yes.
Audacity, talk to me. Do you feel a lot of people always come for you?
Yeah, a bit. Yeah.
Because I feel it when I.
Yeah, you can hear the venom. Yeah. So I think I got one of those careers. Like, all I can do is be grateful. Like, I feel like I get so much love and so much support. Like, that's all I should ever focus on. Like, you see, like there's always, with any great artist, whether you're Jigga, whether you're Adele, whether you're Chris Martin,
big names.
Do you know what I mean?
All your brethren.
You see my list of friends there. All my dogs. All my brothers. All my ones. You get me?
My ones.
But like, all those artists, and I think they are so flawlessly brilliant. But of course, everyone has like a small minority of naysayers. Do you know what I mean? And so I always just say, I can't focus on the naysayers. I just got to focus on, in my life and as a human, I just focus on the love and those people who always embrace me. But as an MC, yeah, like that's my, like, as an MC, of course, there's always that competitive bone in me where it's like, I can hear something, I can see something, I think, what? Me?
The audacity.
What?
Yeah, you.
Yeah. You this boy.
Yeah.
You this small boy. You got crazy, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's always like, that's got to stay. I got to stay like that. I got to stay. As much as I'm going to make beautiful art and, like, do you know what I mean, push the, I got to stay a bad boy MC. Like, what are you talking about? That's like,
I love that.
That's why I'm always
Staying
gonna,
hungry.
bruv, come on, like, I'm always gonna be able to pick up the mic and spray and be the best in the room. So yeah.
And Hedy one coming cold.
Woo! That boy Hedy.
Yeah, Hedy, you know.
Oh my gosh.
Sick,
And do you know what I love about it so much? Hedy, it's like, because I sent, when I sent it to Hedy, there was only the first verse.
Oh.
And I sent it to Hedy, and it's like, do you know, it's, when I hear his verse, it's like, I hear that he listened to my verse and thought, yeah, hard. And then just thought, but bun all that. He thought, yeah, bun all of that. I'm Hedy one.
Yeah.
One, you know what I mean? He just jumped on the rhythm and said, bruv, I'm Hedy one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just do what Hedy does. He didn't care about the flows and the little speed out. He said, nah, bun all that. I'm Hedy one, bro. We're gonna do what Hedy does.
He said about I was aunties eating jollof.
He said, I was with bro eating jollof at aunties.
Yeah.
I told her that I'm trying to be the best that I can be. Next day I go pull up on the op block, like who's on me, Charlie. World class.
Yeah.
Bro.
So, talk to me about, is it Handsome?
Handsome, yeah.
Very gassy, you know, bro.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, bro.
I like what you were saying on that, you know what I mean?
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Well, you was getting through your head when you made that.
When I was making Handsome was like, I remember I just heard the beat. That's a T- beat. T- is like, he's like one of the best producers on planet Earth right now. So he was in the studio with him and he played this beat, and it was just that energy, man. And my whole thing is, I said, this album, every flow, every lyric, I wanted it to hit home, man. I didn't want to just be flowing like, I said, when I catch my vibe, I want it to be like water. That's what I kept on saying. I said, water, like as in, I'm at one with the rhythm, as in, I want to sound so comfortable and effortless on the rhythm that I sound like water. So as soon as that rhythm kicked in, first things first, I'm a real G. You know what I mean? I was just in my element, like. And then when the hook came, Young black fly and handsome, run on the rave like a Rachel Hansen. I was like, that's it. I was like, that's it, bruv. I was like, yeah, that's it. That's like the ultimate homage. Like,
that's the ultimate dub plate for Rachel
exactly.
Hansen.
Exactly. I said, yo, like, and then and even just the, just like young black fly and handsome, like to say that like today in Britain, I was like, bruv, that's how I feel. I'm young, black, fly and handsome.
Talk.
What? Like, come on, like,
say something,
bruv. And it's got the Huss intro.
I was about to say,
yeah, exactly. That's Huss. That's Huss at the beginning.
When you just get Huss for a little intro, you
bruv.
know?
Different. Listen, I voice noted. I said, yo, and I said, say whatever you, because we always see these little clips of Huss where Huss is such an an anomaly and such an enigma. Like, as
he really is.
You can tell Huss's brain is so like. There is nothing like it. He is like one of the most unique, brilliant artists on the planet.
Real.
His words and that he has such a freedom to like. I said to him, say what you want. As in, I said, the young black fly and handsome. I said there is those words. Is so fitting for Jay Huss. You know how he does the ugly thing.
Yeah.
Huss not us.
Yeah.
Huss not. Huss feels like he's ugly, but Huss knows he's handsome.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He knows he's flying it.
Yeah.
So like I was like, bruv, young black fly and handsome. For me, that sounded so fitting for Huss, and I was like, bruv, say what you want at the beginning. Like, say whatever you want, however this tune makes you feel, however that title makes you feel. Young black fly and handsome. Say whatever you want, and bruv, this poetry, bruv.
Man.
That's Shakespeare in motion at the beginning.
I love it.
Man. So yeah.
Talk to you about Rainfall.
Rainfall, yes. So Rainfall for me was like that's like a personal favorite on the album for me. Like, a lot, like. Everything about that tune, because for me, I just got back from LA and I got in studio with Jay Weathers, and I think this was our first time in studio.
I know Jay Weathers.
Yeah, Bad Boy producer, and it was our first, maybe our first or second time in studio. And like, obviously for this new album, I kept on saying to her, and I was like, I want flavors. Give me some flavors, like some flavors that I haven't felt, some styles, like, as in, I felt like making this album, I was starting again.
Okay.
Was that don't think you're getting in with like Stormzy, who like just this. We're making new vibes. Like, what I don't know. Like, I want to find myself again musically. Like, so Jay started playing this rhythm, started making the beat, and I was like, bruv. I was like, I've never heard myself like, as in, this is like some real fly. Like, let your man speak. I never let my tellers and my time please. Yeah. It's very flat. As in, usually I'm on that kind of grease and. It's real fast and all of that. I was like, bro,
true.
This is easy. This is colourful. This is vibrant. So I loved how I sounded in it. I said, bro, I'm taking my time. I'm breathing. I'm having fun. Let your rain fall on my enemies. It felt way more. It felt freer. I just felt freer on the rhythm. Like, when I hear myself in that rhythm, it just feels like freedom. It feels like space. It feels like colour, vibrancy. So
nice.
So yeah, I made the tune, made the hook, and then. Every time I loved the tune, I was listening to it so much, and it just kept on reminding me of something. And I was like, bruv. And then I got in studio one day with Jay, and I was like, bruv, do you know what this tune reminds me of? Take the shackles off my feet so I can dance.
Okay.
Like, I was like, bruv, the tune, it has that same colour and life to it. Like,
okay.
And then I was like, bruv, could we sing that at the end? And then put it down. I laid it down at the end. And then Tiana Major 9, who is an artist, she is incredible. I love and respect her, and I think she's amazing, and I think she's about to have an incredible 2020 as well.
Right.
She's an artist I always wanted to work with, and her voice is so I love her voice. Like, I was like, Tiana, could you come and just bless that? Like, and Tenny came and done some BVs, so Tenny's all over it as well.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So, but yeah, and then brought it to life.
Which Tenny?
Tenny Tinks. Tenny does. Tenny, yeah, she would have done. She does loads of stuff for Rhett. She's done loads of stuff for me.
Okay.
She always she did the big moment at Glastonbury with said a prayer this morning. That's Tenny singing that. So incredible artist. And yeah, it was just, that song for me is one of my personal faves. It's just colour, it's just life. And it's very, I feel like that rhythm's so black. Like, it's such a piece of, like, as in, I know that I can play that in any room. Like, I could take that to any barbecue and play it. And it's like, yeah, there's a groove in it, there's a soul in it. I love it, man. Yeah, man.
Real. Didn't you hook up with Tiana as well for a shoot, a magazine shoot?
Yes, the L cover. Yeah. Tiana Major 9's on the L cover
as you do,
as well.
As you do.
Cover well.
What covers you done? What you've done? L, what magazine?
I've done L, I've done Time. Yeah, thank God.
Big,
massive. It doesn't. I think that's it. I don't get no bigger.
Yeah,
that's it, bro. It don't get no more legendary than Time magazine. So
love that.
Yeah, thank God, man.
Rachel's little brother.
Yes, the one.
I love that one. To be honest, I love that.
Bro.
Like you're just giving love to your big sis.
Exactly.
Did she used to bully you when you was younger? Or?
No, my sister used to mad look after me. Proper.
Okay.
My sister's like my OG. Rachel's my like. You know, like bare man from the ends have like an older brother or cousin or some. My sister's my OG. Like, as in, loads of people in my era used to look out for me and care for me and respect me and love me because of my sister. Like, so yeah, like that's like my OG. So like even the sample. So that's the Big Brother's Baby Boy sample.
Okay.
Which is that's a song that I only love and know because of my sister. Like, my sister showed me about all music, R&B, grime. She showed me about everything. So that's like a very like old school sample, paying homage to my sister. And I just wanted one of those tracks where I said, bruv, I just want to rap my ass off. Like, just rap and hit him with the flows, hit him with the pockets, hit him with brilliant lyric as well. Like, I just wanted it to be a masterclass of like, of how good I am as a rapper and how much I have to say and what I stand for. And just embodied, and for me to name it Rachel's little brother, as in that's who I am.
Oh, I love that.
That's who I'm Rachel's little brother. Like, I'm Storms, I'm Michael, but I'm Rachel's little brother. Like,
that is.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, man. So yeah, it was just a mixture of all those things.
But so that's two actually. So that's that and Bandana Rave like
Rachel Anson. Yeah.
She's a sick DJ as well.
And that's why on the album is Rachel's little brother, then Handsome.
Mad.
As in, like, so you hear Rachel's little brother, then you hear me saying, I bun down the rave like Rachel Anson.
That's so sick.
Hopefully you put two and two together. Yeah,
I love that. So, do better.
Yes.
You mentioned like your health, smoking the pain away.
Yeah.
How do you deal with all that? Like, how do you get out of it?
I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, I've gotten better with age. I've gotten better as I've matured. Like, where I deal with things a lot better. Like, I take time to deal with what I'm going through instead of like, when I try to not like smoke it away or try to not like lock myself away. I try to deal with it head on now, like as I grow, because I know those aren't the most effective methods for trying to stay sane and trying to stay grounded. So, but yeah, do better for me was just like, it was just I made that hook, and I've had this hook for ages, and I just always thought, These are the words I would love to hear. Like, as in, these are words I need to hear for myself. Like, where a lot of the time we try and do this whole stay strong and a lot of the time I think we just need someone to say like, so if the hooks, I know everything is okay, but I'm gonna need you to do better. Which is that, it's like someone saying like I know that, because the thing that I always used to do is, I'm cool, I'm good. So it's like, yeah, like, I know you're good. Like, I'm sure you're good, but like, come on, like, like,
you can see.
I hope you're okay. Like, I hope you're better. I need you to do better. Do you know what I mean? So that track's a very, like, I said, even with this album, with Do Better and the interlude, Don't Forget to Breathe. Like, I always said, these are like very selfish. That's very selfish tracks for me. It's not like, as much as that's for the world and it's for my art, that's what I needed to hear. Do you know what I mean? That I needed to hear someone tell me, I know everything is okay, but I'm gonna need you to do better. Do you know what I mean? And I needed someone to tell me to not forget to breathe. Do you know what I mean?
And who tells you that?
God and myself. Do you know what I mean?
Real,
and my friends and my family. So yeah, like, I hope those tracks, like, even Ash said to me yesterday when we was at rehearsal, Ash was like, what a lyric. Like, do you know what I mean? I know everything is okay, but I'm gonna need you to do better. Like, and I just hope that, like, that someone hears that in their headphones and it soothes them and it makes them feel like, and it genuinely like connects with them. So yeah.
I also love Don't Forget to Breathe and the interlude. That's almost like a Velvet Jenny Francis interlude part 2.
Yeah.
The music.
Yeah, definitely.
Is that a continuation of it?
To be fair, I wanted Breathe. So Breathe is number 8 on the album.
Wow,
which
easy. I'm looking at that.
Yeah. As in, I'm sure, is that number 8?
It's number 8.
Yeah, it's number 8. So
you know your album.
That's dead in the middle. That's right in the middle of the album. Yeah. Because I wanted it to I want you to listen to the album and then there's this kind of sound, there's this, I just wanted Don't Forget to Breathe to be like an ambience. I wanted it to be like a sound bite, like an interlude of just like something you can literally put on and just breathe. Like literally something you can put on and be so soothed, and in your hectic day, in your pursuit of your dreams and your relentless chase for all your goals and ambitions, you can put this on and it just takes a bit of weight off your shoulders, where it's just like, yo. So even that whole thing is just one lyric. You just chase your dreams, you don't even take the time to sleep, but don't forget to breathe. And it just repeats. It just repeats. I wanted it to just be like a loop, like where's this thing where you can just put it on, and it's almost like an app. You know, like when you get those mind and wellness apps, like of like.
So mad on my iWatch, my Apple Watch. Obviously, so I've got an app where you have to breathe.
Yeah, exactly,
like,
exactly.
I'm trying to do that like daily, like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because we all need to, and as I said, that's something I need to hear.
Right.
Because all the time is chasing the dream, is doing this next thing and that, and it's like, yo, bruv, chill out, bruv. All you do is chase your dreams. You don't even take the time to sleep. Don't forget to breathe, bruv. Take it all in, and I just wanted it to be this beautiful ambience, this sonic, and of course Yebba, one of the greatest vocalists on planet Earth, full stop. Like she is amazing. Like from the first time I heard her on YouTube, I said I want to work with this artist. Like, so to have her come and use her voice to paint my picture, that's how I see it. It's like I wanted it to just be this beautiful ambience, and my voice is great, but I couldn't do it alone. I needed someone, a great vocalist like her, to come and butter and just bring these riffs and all of that.
Even you saying butter.
Just butter the song. Yeah, man, paint the picture, man, and make it beautiful. Yeah, man.
And the fact that you got it right in the middle as well.
Yeah, man, just like dead in the middle. Like it's its own thing away from the album. It's like it's a part of the album, but it's this sonic in the middle where it's like it separates the final half and the first half. It's like this thing in the middle. Like, okay, let's stop everything we're doing to just breathe and take it all in, and then back in.
1 second.
1 second.
One of my favourite.
Thank you very much. Thank you, bro. Featuring the incredible her. She's amazing.
That's a big link up, bro.
That's a massive link up, man. I'm so proud of it as well.
Yeah.
Because I said a lot of the time we can work with artists from America across the Atlantic, and sometimes, in my humble opinion, like sometimes I think when we merge the two, like when UK links with US, sometimes we don't always get great music out of those collaborations. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the time, I think we get things that look great on paper, but sometimes the actual music isn't as brilliant as maybe we'd like it to be. And I'll say, like, I can say straight up, like, I feel like me and her linked up and made a timeless piece of music, man.
Really
like,
did.
yeah, man. And I'm so proud that it wasn't just Storm's featuring the big American artist just for a feature. It's like, that song, the way that song came about. So Owen Cuts.
Yeah, I know Owen. That's my guy.
Owen is,
Owen.
Bruv, you see Owen?
Yeah.
That's a music man, bro.
Yes.
That is a man who loves,
Owen.
bruv. I love Owen, bruv. That's a man who loves music and is dedicated to music. And then, so Twin linked man up with Owen.
Okay.
And me and Owen had this power, like we just hit it off from the start. Like, we're talking music, it's like, oh my God, have you heard this tune? And we're just going through it. And then, but Owen loves samples. Like, Owen's a bad boy with the samples, innit? So then we had a few beats, we had a few samples, and then we was talking about, he said this thing of like how a sample, like whatever's captured in the sample, like, so say if it's a sample from the 50s and it's like someone singing about pain that they was going through, you can use it now and that pain is carried on. That, do you know what I mean? It's that sample still holds that level of pain, so it's gonna bring it to your music. So we was talking about music for ages, and then Owen was like to me, okay, I'm gonna go away and make a sample. Like, as in, we tried to make some music, it was working, it weren't working, and then he was like, I'm gonna go away and make some music, and I'm gonna make a sample, and I'm gonna bring it back. Do you know what I mean? So we had loads of powerful conversations about music. Then he went away. He got in the studio with Dan Kaplan, who again is another bad boy, brilliant writer. Yep. And then he's come back, and he was like, bruv, I've got it. Like, I've made this soul, because it's like we've been talking about it for ages, about how we're gonna make this song, and he came back and it was just Dan's voice pitched up. If you give me just 1 second of your time, I was like, what?
Yeah.
What, bruv? And then said, bruv, who is the perfect voice to carry this through? Like, this is the dedication to art.
Okay, so her wasn't even...
No, at first it was Dan Kaplan. But
Okay.
even the way we got there, it was all these conversations about music. It was like understanding how Owen works as a producer, how I am as an artist. And we kept on saying we wanted to make soul. We need to make something so soulful, like beautiful soul. So then we made this. And then it was about trying to figure out who is the person to carry this, the weight of that vocal, like, because it was just a pitched up vocal, which sounded really good. I was going to leave it as that, but I was like, nah, someone can come and sing this. And then her. It's like, oh my God, her. She would be so perfect. And then she was in London and was like, please come. And like, she heard it, she loved it. She came to the studio, like, so a beautiful thing about this album is that none of this music was ready made. Like, I didn't get like a hook in my inbox. I didn't get like some like beat that already had some, like, it was like, no, we had to make this from scratch, you know what I mean, and get people to bring it to life. So yeah, and then she heard it and loved it, and then she sang it, and then it took me a long time to get my verses. Yeah, a long time. Yeah.
Stuff on this.
Yeah, so me and Owen probably made that. We made that some time ago, and it took a long time, because I was like, I got to approach this right. I don't want to just be saying anything on it. So took my time with the verses, and then came out with like a classic piece of music, man, and the interlude at the end, like, and that's Alistair at the end, AOD playing the guitar, like, bruv, it's just, I think we made something timeless there, man.
She was sitting in that very seat because she was on a show a while back, and even talking to her, you feel the passion for music.
Bruv, she is like, so even like, do you know what I loved about her? She came to the studio, and of course and do you know, this was probably like a week after her Grammy win.
Oh, wow.
I think she had just won the Grammy like a few days ago, or like a week ago, so like, obviously, you're big, like, she's a big artist, like, and sometimes that can kind of, like, intimidate, and it comes with all types of things. But, bruv, she came in the studio, she was at service to the art. As I was, she was at service to the art. She would be in the studio, she's singing it, and she's saying, okay, so on this bit, I'm going to try this, because I think maybe if I do this, like, and I'm like, take it, bruv. She came and she gave it at everything. She brought her own ideas, she brought her own creativity to it. And even that last bit at the end, like, the big... ooh, like, she come in and she laced it. She was phenomenal, man. She brought it.
Love it. You kind of touch on, was it this record? You touch on like depression on the record.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that? Is there a lot of pressure from what's going on in the game, or? Yeah.
I think it's many things. It's like, for me personally, it's very, I get very overwhelmed with like, okay, I gotta be this and that and this and that and that, and then sometimes it feels like yo, like, bruv, this is a bit too much for one man. Do you know what I mean? But I always say this is what I prayed for. I wouldn't want to be anything else. Like, I wouldn't want any less responsibility. I wouldn't want any less like duty. I this is what I want. Like, I want to be this person. This is the position God's put me in. But at the end of the day, I'm just a man. I'm just a human. I'm just like, do you know what I mean? And with that, it can become very overwhelming. And sometimes I bear some titles and some like role model, like all these titles that are kind of attached to my name. And sometimes it can feel so overwhelming to a point of like, it can kind of break me or make me low, or like, do you know what I mean? Kind of like affect like how I feel, do you know what I mean? So I think this track for me was just like a proper... It was me just trying to be as human as possible and saying, yo, like, so I said, I am not the poster boy for mental health. I need peace of mind. I need to center self. Like, as in, like, I need to center myself. Like, I need to be self-centered. Like, I can't always be all these things for the world, because I'm a man with my own, do you know what I mean? I gotta, like, and it was me rejecting a lot of that as well, like, as in, but doing it confidently, because a lot of the time I feel like, all right, cool, I just got to kind of bear everything that's been bestowed onto me. And it was like, nah, do you know what? I'm not. Like, I can't be the poster boy for mental health. I don't know how to deal with this myself. I'm not on the other side of mental health, like, as in I ain't broken free and I'm like, guys, I can show you all the tricks. It's like, no, I'm very much in this. So I can't have the media and the press trying to make it seem like, he's the guy that. It's like, nah, bruv, I'm not that. I'm cool to be many other things, but I'm not that. Do you know what I mean? And I was just trying to. So even the verses finished with, but it's cool, man. It's just one of the stresses on my mind. To get this off my chest, I need a second of your time. It just felt like a proper. It felt like me just getting it all out, complaining and moaning and crying and shouting and screaming and like getting all my thoughts out and saying, yo, this is how I feel. I just needed to get off my chest, and yeah.
And how do you deal with that? Like how, like get from one side to the other side?
I feel I'm still figuring it out. I'm getting better with it. Like as I grow, like I always say, I'm trying to become a man. I'm trying to become the man that I need to be. Like who is at peace and has his methods and devices to stay grounded and stay focused and stay in a good mental space. And I'm still learning. Like whether it's therapy, whether it's talking to friends, whether it's getting out my house and doing stuff like and not flipping. Getting low and then just smoking myself, like, do you know what I mean? It's like, I'm trying to actively I'm still figuring it out, do you know what I mean? And that's cool. Do you know what I mean? That's cool. Like I came to terms with the fact that that's cool. Like I ain't gotta have all my stuff together, like, do you know what I mean?
And it's good because a lot of artists must go through it as well.
100%.
So good to hear what
100%, man. So it's like I was like, bruv, like, and that was kind of like me saying, bruv, you decide your journey, do you know what I mean? Reject what you don't want and stand for what you do you know what I mean? And don't like let people, because a lot of the time, especially with like heavy as the head, I take things on and it's like sometimes, nah, bruv, I'm not that, like, nah, I'm not this, I'm not that. I'm this, I'm that, I'll pick this, I'll pick that, but yeah, man, I'm learning, I'm going through the motion, I'm learning.
Realist talk, sir. Pop Boy. Featuring H.
Featuring the Top Boy.
Yo.
Pop Boy featuring the Top Boy.
Sick link up, you know.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
H's year has been phenomenal as well,
Incredible,
you know.
bro.
The come up is mad.
Incredible. I was with him at the Jingle Bell Ball.
Okay.
And I was like, bruv, this guy has just come out.
Yeah,
you know,
literally.
And he's at the Jingle Bell. That's not to be taken lightly, bruv. But H is like, I always say, bruv, like when I see H and how he moves and his spirit and like, and away from that, he's nice.
Nice. He's in pocket.
Bro.
Nicely.
That kid is super nice, bro. H is nice with it, bro. Like,
nice.
I always say H is water. Like, give him a rhythm and he's water. He's going to find every pocket and the flow with the ting and like, he's water with it, bro. That boy is nice with it, bro. H is proper nice with it. And he just turned, 19 or 20, like. Yeah, so I always say, bro, he's first and foremost, he's a brilliant rapper.
Yeah.
And he's like everything. He's got such an energy about him. I see, bruv. That's man, bruv. Like he's just come.
Literally,
he's someone who can spit, who's come out and started spitting, and it's given him a career now. And now he's making music and he's becoming an artist. And he is an artist and he's having fun with his brethren.
Yeah.
And they're backstage play fighting and ramping.
Just like you guys.
It's just like man, what? I see
him.
I'm like, bruv. Like I see him on Insta. I watch H's story.
There is.
All bruv. Like he's probably like, I'm probably one of his biggest fans. I watch his story. I say, bruv, like he's got such an infectious energy. Like from the first time I met him, and like he's like the breakout star of the year. Do you know what I mean? Really so is. Like to be, and at first he was gonna be the only rap feature on there. Okay. No, he was gonna be the only rap feature on there until Hedy won on Audacity. Yeah. But I said to him like, bruv, like please, like if you got time, like would you please come and lay down this tune, because especially like I've seen him because he's kind of like, he's had like some kind of like little run-ins with it, but you know, like Pop Boy, so even, you know, like being like commercially viable, like he's someone of, like he's having commercial success, and like with that comes, you get like your little kind of hate, like a little bit of hate and naysayers kind of like, like how good is he, or how good is Stormzy? Like they're so like pop or so commercial, so, and it's like, hang on, who you talking to? What? You're talking to me and H about pop or like commercial, bro? When we spray, we're nice, bro. Nice with it. We're super nice. Like plus, so what? Pop boy, man, we'll be the pop boy. We're popping. We're popping. Like, what are you talking about? I'll be the pop boy. Everyone makes pop seem like a dirty word. Like, they're pop. Yeah, bro. Man wants to. And I know H has ambition. Man wants to do Jingle Bell Ball. Yeah. Yeah, I want to spray on mic. I want to shut down shows. I want to shell. And I want to do Jingle Bell Ball and be up there with the elite pop artists. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was kind of like a reclaiming of the word pop and being mainstream and all of that. Like, yeah, man will be mainstream, but it's still coming super nice. Like, listen to us. Listen to the flows. Like, we're super nice with it.
You're gassing me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
There's a bar in there you said about you and Twin is like...
Jigger and me and Twin B, we the new Jigger and Leo. I said that lyric to Jay as well. Like, I was like, yo, I was like, yo, Jay, man, bruv, me and Twin B, we the new Jigger and Leo. Twins, you know, bruv, twins.
See, that's my brother. That's my brother.
Bruv, that guy.
You two work well together, right?
Bruv, what?
Yeah.
Twin is like... Me and Twin are like, bruv, I always say I'm so thankful. I always feel like Twin's like an angel, bruv. Like, God, like, proper, like, put him in my life, as in, like, I needed Twin to, like, become this artist that I am today. Like, do you know what I mean? As in, I needed someone who has a brilliant mind and it has a brilliant love and dedication to music, as in the way he spoke about music and taught me about music and like every intricate detail about it. Like he's like Mr. Miyagi for me.
He actually really is.
Yeah, he's my Mr. Miyagi.
I like that.
I was just
You're Daniel's son.
Yeah, I'm Daniel's son. I was this kid with raw energy and talent and
sick.
And all and it's like he saw that and thought, you can be nurtured. Like you're saying all the right things, you feel all the right things, you got the right love for music and dedication to it. And he was like Mr. Miyagi, who said, okay, come, I can teach you what you need to know. And like, bruv, it's been a beautiful journey since, man, proper.
Let's discuss Own It.
Own It, yes.
Because, I mean, I was at Burna Boy's concert.
Yeah.
And he brought you out.
Yeah.
Bossy Bop. Shut down.
That was one of the most beautiful moments for me, you know.
I'm so happy for Burna as well, because that was the sickest concert as well.
Burna Boy Wembley Arena. Do you know what that means in 2019?
It's a lot.
Ridiculous, bruv. Own It was like... And do you know what I love about Own It? I always say it, because when you hear Own It, Ed Sheeran, of course, heavy hitter. Burna Boy, heavy hitter. Especially the sound of the track. It's one of those tracks that can work in club, it can work on radio. It sounds very like international hit, like. And of course, we're all label mates as well. We're all like,
okay.
So it looks very kind of hit concentrated. And I always say, bruv, this is why I love my approach to music. I'm so dedicated to art. The way I approach music, like, I've never walked into the studio and tried to make a hit. I can't do that. Like, I can't. It is impossible. Like, say if you gave me a brief, like, Storms, go studio and make a club song. I don't know how to do that. Like, so even down to all my Big for Your Boots, Shut Up, that's not tunes for the club. That's just tunes I made and loved that happen to become radio songs and get played in the club. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how to do it. So the making of this song, at first, I got in studio with Fred and we was trying to make, you know, Kanye West Waves?
Yeah.
So,
I love that tune.
Yeah. So even if you listen to Own It, it's got like a...
Mad.
It's bruv. And so Fred was like... It's the same kind of...
Okay.
You get what I mean? So we was trying to make something along them lines, and then I always say, I'm at service to the music. Whatever's going on in the room, whatever chord I hear, that's where I'm going. Like, that's what I... So he's made the thing, and then it's like, own it. Girl, you just own it. Because your body's on fire. And even for me, that was such growth. Because I always say I'm always trying to become a better songwriter. And for me, that was understanding that it's like, I said, own it, girl, you just own it. And I said, bruv, with these two lines you've started with, what does that mean? Own it, girl, you just own it. For me, I was like, bruv, that's man looking at a girl, like a beautiful woman, like a woman who I'm in awe with.
Yeah.
And I'm lost for words. I'm saying, own it. Girl, you just own it. Like, you, like, do you know what I mean? I got nothing else to say. Like, own it. Girl, you just own it.
Yeah.
Because your body's on fire. Like, I'm so in awe. Like, show me how to control. What? Do you know what I mean? So, like, and even in the studio that day, like, I was proper. And I remember Fred was like to me, bruv, Fred was on me. He was like, bruv, stay focused. Like, girl, you just own it. Because your body's on fire. Show me how to control it. Go hit it and get higher. Girl, I love how you roll it. And then I was stuck there for ages. Girl, I love how you roll it. I was stuck there. So I put my hand there, hold it. I was like, bruv, I was learning. I was thinking, bruv, I'm becoming the songwriter. Like, so as much as I can do Blinded by Your Grace and I can do this beautiful hook, and I was like, bruv, sometimes it's just about being so in awe of a woman that you've seen in the club and you're just saying, you just own it. girl, your body's up. Show me how to cut. I am so in awe of you. Do you know what I mean? So
Sick.
from then, my whole thing with the track was that dedicate this track to being a song that girls can listen to and feel beautiful. They can before they're going out for pre-drinks, they turn it on and they just think, they just listen to it and it's such a vibe. And I kept on saying, this rhythm needs to slap, as in, we was recording it in Metropolis and I was saying, if Rihanna was downstairs, she should be able to walk past this room, hear it slapping and say, rah, who's that? And like, she wants to bruck out a bit to it, you know what I mean? Wants to bust a little wine, do you know what I mean? So
the beat makes you do that.
The beat makes you want to do that. So I had the track and then I shouted Ed and I was like, at first I wanted Ed to sing the hook.
How did you shout Ed? Sorry. Ed Sheeran.
Email, because that man doesn't have a phone.
Shut up.
Ed don't have a phone. Ed ain't had a phone for how long now? About 2-3 years?
He doesn't have a phone, he's lying.
Ed has no phone. Ed rolls around with an iPad. Ed doesn't, you can't phone Ed.
That's crazy.
Like, you can't phone Ed. The only time Ed phones you is when he's with Kev. Like, and you get a text from Kev, like, I'm with Ed, like, can you talk? Like, but Ed, so I emailed Ed, I said, yo.
Big up Ed, yeah.
Big up Ed. I said, could you sing the hook? I thought he would sing the hook, and then I wanted me on the verse, and I thought someone else could take the second verse. I was thinking maybe Huss, maybe Mo, someone, do you know what I mean? Someone vibey, like. And then, but Ed only sings what he's written.
Okay.
Yeah, he's one of those, like, he's an artist dedicated to his own
Oh,
own
so
pen.
you're saying he won't.
Nah, anything you've heard Ed sing, he's penned. He doesn't.
If he hasn't penned it, he won't.
Yeah, he won't. Like, that's his whole thing, and you got to admire and respect that.
Real.
So
He's
he
done
was
right
like,
with it as well.
exactly. He's done. He's not too bad. Not too shabby, but
Let me a tenor Ed. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Can I take the verse?" And I was like, "Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, you're one of the most." Yeah. He was like, "Oh, can I take a verse?" I was like, "Cool, right? You take the verse." So then he's done the verse, and I was like, "This is good." This is brilliant. Like, so then we made this tune, and then it was just me and Ed. And then for time, I was like, okay, this needs some glue. This needs flavor. This, like, because I got flavor. Ed's got flavor, but I said we need more flavor. Yeah. We need that flavor. We need that. We need that. Like, we need that flavor. To be honest. And then who better than the flyest, most sauciest,
the African
giant, like the most brilliant, the musician of the year for me.
Literally.
The artist of the year, like Burna Boy, artist of 2019. Yeah, you know what I mean, for me, and
the timing is actually almost just.
It's too perfect.
You couldn't pay for a better time.
It is too perfect.
Literally.
Like, and this happened all so organically. As in, like, there was no idea. It was never like, oh, get Ed on it because he's a hit maker. Or get Burna. It was like, no, Ed, could you sing this hook? Because I feel like you're an artist who will deliver this. And then he said, take the verse. And then it was like, Burna, come, please. Glue this whole track together. As in, we need your source. As me and Ed, like, even at the video shoot, bruv, me and Ed's looking at Burna. If you watch the way he's moving, we're looking at him like, bruv.
He's a skank, he's a guy. Yeah.
We needed your sauce, bro. Like, as in, I can't dance, Ed can't dance, we ain't got no flavour. We're looking at Burna, we was looking at him in awe, like, bruv, you're the whole rhythm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So even when it dropped, that there was a few people saying, we wanted to hear more Burna Boy. I was like, bruv, Burna's the whole glue, bro. Yeah. Listen to that rhythm again. Burna is the glue. Burna's all the flavour and the sauce of that rhythm. So having him on it. And then at the end, I was like, hang on. Like, because I'd been so at service to the art and I just wanted it to be this beautiful song that made girls feel, and brothers as well, made them wanted to bust around. Like, I wanted it to. And then at the end, I turned around and I said, hang on. You got Stormzy, Ed Sheeran, and Burna Boy on one song. And it sounds like this. And hang on, I think this might be a bit of a hit. Do you know what I mean? So
the hard way.
Yeah, man. So it was like me being at service to the music and at the art, and then by the time I looked at it, it was like, hang on, we've managed to bridge 3 worlds and cultures and styles and sounds to make hopefully what goes on, God willing, to be an international hit. Like,
sick.
I was like, thank God, man. This is music. This is the beauty of it, man.
What are you guys talking about when you're on set? Like all 3 of you.
It was bare conversations because that was Ed and Burna's first time meeting in person.
Okay.
Yeah, their first time meeting in person. But obviously this tune had been in the pipeline for so long. When me and Burna first was in studio, we FaceTimed Ed, which is funny because we FaceTimed Ed. We FaceTimed Ed, but I was on FaceTime to Dave.
Whoa. Big up Dave.
And then, so it's Fred, the producer, Burna Boy. Fred has FaceTimed Ed. Then Dave FaceTimed me. And I think that day, Burner and Dave spoke, which made location.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Say
I
that
think
again.
It's
Start again.
mad.
Go
So
back a
I'm
bit.
sure, if I remember right, it was me and Burner. Fred's in the studio, then we're making the tune. So then Fred FaceTimed Ed to say, yo, like, bruv, we're about to vocal the tune. That was the first time Burner and Ed spoke. Sick link up. And then I'm sure Dave FaceTimed me, and I was talking to Dave, and then I think Dave and Ed spoke like through the phone, and then Burner and Dave spoke that day, which I think was the start of their relationship to making location.
Yeah.
So
this was a while back then.
What? Ages ago.
Okay.
Ages ago. Like, this tune's been in the pipeline from time ago, and then Dave and Burner went on to have the biggest smash of the year, bro.
God,
for me, that's the song, like, Location. What?
Jeez.
Till this day, I hear Location, and it's, bruv, Location don't get old. Have you noticed that?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't get old.
It does not get old.
I'm waiting for the tune to get old.
Yeah, you play it anywhere, literally anywhere.
Like, when
like
that
corporate parties, hood parties.
Bruv, J5, Burner Boy, Dave, they've made something timeless there. That's going to last forever.
Oh, this is sick.
Yeah, and then own it. So it was just a beautiful merriment of so many cultures and different people and incredible artists. First and foremost, these are all brilliant musicians. I had the pleasure of bringing one of the best musicians on planet Earth and another one of the best musicians on planet Earth, but for different reasons, like the African Afrobeat king, the king of pop music, like full stop, and Big Mike, and I'm the king of my, yeah. You know what I mean? But it was beautiful, man. That's what music's all about, man. Yeah, man.
That's real, like Avengers Assemble.
Avengers Assemble.
Literally,
let's
bro.
do this thing, proper, man.
Literally. If you was a superhero, who would you be?
Black Panther. I gotta be in it. It makes too much sense. Yeah.
All right. Wily Flow. When I first heard this record, bro, I made a movie out of this record on my show.
Thank you, bro.
I must have played it literally for about 25 to 30 minutes.
Thank you, bro.
I lied.
Mad, my
back
bro.
to back.
Thank you, bro. My bro.
And not because I know you and love your style.
Of course.
But what you were saying was just gassing me.
Bro, that's like one of my favorite records.
Yeah,
of all
do you know?
time,
It reminds me of like, because when Jigga talks, his numbers talk. You can't chat to Jigga.
You can't. Yeah.
And you were saying things that were real big numbers talk.
100%.
But it was real.
100%.
That's what gassed me.
Bruv, that's what gasses me. Till this day I hear it, and it's so mad you say Jigga, because Jigga's got a lyric where I've taken it and I've used it as my mantra, like, nowadays. It's like, he says, on Bam Bam, he says, sometimes you need your ego, gotta remind these fools about who they messing with. Because we got efforts. And it's like, yeah. Bruv, and obviously with my character and like my personality and like how I am, as a human being, bruv, I always want to stay grounded. I always want to stay like, I hate to call myself humble, because I think you can't, like, I'm humble, it's just whatever. But like, I always like to just like, I never want my character to be like, I never want to like be arrogant as I am as a human. I don't ever want to like offend no one or disrespect someone or look down on people. Like, that's as a human being, never. But I always say, as an MC, what? As an MC, who you talking to, bruv? As an MC, I always feel like, as a human being, but as an MC, and especially the stuff, and me in particular, because of where I sit, the position I sit in, it's almost like sometimes like how I'm revered as an MC and how I'm seen as an MC. It's like I'm kind of like just a big artist. I'm never like the best MC or this MC. No. And in my humble opinion, I've always felt like, do you know what I mean? From 2014, when I come in the game, I always feel like, bruv, I'm the best in the room. I'm the top boy here. So it chat to me like so.
Yeah.
There's sometimes the things that surround my name, and I say, what?
Yeah.
Who that? Where have you not been listening to me? So Wily Flow for me is like, bruv, talk your smack, bro.
Yeah.
Talk your smack. Be a skilled MC. Hit 'em. Bars, like, do what you do best, bruv. Wily Flow for me is just a reminder of like, bruv, take the bloody, bruv.
Go talk.
Bruv, when I do this thing, and when we look at the stats, and as much as stats don't mean nothing compared to skill, but it's like, okay, I'm gonna hit you with stats and skill and bars and flow and pockets and everything. I'm gonna use my full skill set of crud to show the world why I'm one of the most. I should be one of the most revered MCs. This is what I do, bro. Before I was a brilliant artist, I've always been a brilliant MC. I had to learn to be a brilliant artist.
Real.
I had to become a brilliant artist. I've always, from when I picked up a mic at 11 years old, 12 years old, I've been a brilliant MC, bruv. And nothing has changed. It's only gotten better. I've only gotten better. Like when I listen to Wily Flow, I'm like, bruv, I've only gotten better. That's the tip of the iceberg.
Sick.
Wind me up. What are you talking about, bruv? Give me any rhythm, bruv. And that's my whole thing, and I'm gonna carry on doing that for the rest of my career because as much as I dedicate myself to art and albums, it's like, bruv, the naysayers always jump out, and sometimes I see things. I'm like, what? You think my man? You think? You look gone mad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna carry on Wily Flows, Audacities, Bronzes.
Yeah.
Well, bruv, come on, man. Like,
and what better to have Wiley as well in the intro?
Exactly. Like,
so did you hear that and clear that?
No, it's so So it's so jokes because I remember I heard that was on his Insta story, and he just said, I just watched it and he's like, you man are my youngest, man. And I was like, bruv, I hear you. I screen recorded it.
Yeah.
And then EY played me the rhythm. And it's so mad. That was one of the last songs I made before lessons. That was one of the last songs I made, and I was saying I need something. I need to show. I was like, I need to show people I'm the best at what I do. And I was like, I just need a rhythm that allows me to do that. So then linked EY, who's a bad boy producer, and then he played Wily Flow, and I was like, if you can't do 10K first week, then I don't want to hear no chat. I was like, yeah. From then we was in. And yeah, it was me doing. To be fair, Wily Flow was just me doing what I do. That's what I do. Like,
that's just gotta remind people.
Just gotta remind. Sometimes just gotta remind people, man.
Yeah. And there it is. Bronze.
Yes.
Would you say Big Like John?
Big Like John this year. Big John.
Yeah, Big John. Yeah.
But Big John, if you work in music, you know Big John. That's a legendary man,
legend
bro.
in the
Like
game.
he's like, especially like, that's a black man in such a position of great power and authority, and like at the top of like the biggest publishing company in the world. Do you know what I mean? And like he's like one of the most powerful, like revered, like respected.
Real.
Do you know what I mean? Men in music. Do you know what I mean? And that's a black man. Do you know what I mean? That's an OG. I love John, bruv.
And he's close with Jay-Z as well, right?
Yeah.
Jigger,
he's
Jay-Z's guy. What have they told you? What a bit of advice Big John has told
Big
you
John.
and Jay-Z.
So do you know what I mean? To be fair, me and John have linked up so many times, and he's always been like, Big John's a proper supporter, and like proper like takes care of man and looks after man and shows man a lot of love. And even to be fair, just like as there's loads of advice they've both given man, and like loads of gems they've dropped on man. But just to like be, sometimes I love to just be in the presence of these people. Do you know what I mean? As in everything he's saying is such. He knows this game inside out. Do you know what I mean? We've gone for dinners and I speak to him and I say, bruv, this is the guys. These are the top. This is the top guys. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, Big Like John this year. Like I love to throw that in there. Yeah.
Sick. All right, superheroes.
Yes.
Bro, there was a Byron he was mentioning. Our parents are legends.
Yeah.
Had to migrate.
Yeah.
Which is sometimes you got to sit down and think about what they actually.
Bruv, 100%, bruv. Our parents are legends.
Yeah, Africans, West Indians, whatever.
Bruv,
it's a lot.
It's deep, bruv. It's deep. Like so, I say. Sometimes we don't flash it, but trust me, bro. I promise we gonna die great. Our parents were legends, but we ain't like this. No, our parents were legends. They had to migrate. Yeah. So for me, bruv, our superheroes is just a celebration of everything black and beautiful and British and in our culture. And bruv, our parents are that. For that, I'm so happy you said that lyric, bro. Our parents were legends. They had to migrate. Like
literally,
they had to come here to birth us, for us to like become Stormzy and become whoever we are and become this person and that person. And I said, and so it said, our parents were legends, they had to migrate. So that's a reason not to sit around and chat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's bruv, it's like that's a reason to flipping be loud and proud and turn it up and like and chase this dream and get this dream. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, a celebration of all those things.
Yes, indeed. And you said all I see is innovators and
all I see is innovators and a bag of icons. Do you know what I mean? And do you know why I said that? Because a lot of the time, and even the way I say it, so I say, young black queen, get your shine on. all I see is innovators and icons. Because it's like, what?
Yeah.
That's and this is what I find so jokes about like blackness and black people, because sometimes the way the world views us, it's like, is that how you see us?
Yeah.
And then when I look at us, I'm like, bruv, all I see is innovate and a bag of icons. But it's that play where it's like, people sometimes see us and they see thugs and they see
criminals.
this
We're
and
not
they
that.
see
We're not
that,
all
and
that.
it's
We're
like,
not all that.
bruv, are you seeing the same group of people?
Yeah.
All I see is literally all I see, and I'm in awe, like, as in I see incredible people, I see incredible queens, incredible kings, like, and it's like, bruv, that's all I see. I don't know where you lot are looking, man. So yeah, man, like,
The scene right now is very, very, very exciting.
bruv, it's
what everyone's
beautiful,
doing,
man.
right?
It's like,
How do you feel about that?
bruv, it's like, I'm so proud to be a part of it.
Yeah.
I'm so proud to be like this age I am, and at this time and this generation, at this moment, like, to be like, when people look back at British music from 2000 and whatever to 2019, this decade, 2010, 2019, this decade of British music, where we came to the forefront, where we didn't take no for an answer, where we stood our ground, where we rose to the top, like, and we came to the front line. Like, man's a part of this, like, 'cause I'm a part of this, like, I'm so proud to be a part of this, like.
Sick.
Yeah, man, like, as in, we're that class, we're like the class of, you know, like, for United, like, the class of, I should know this, 92 or 93.
The original elite players.
The original, yeah, bloody, that's bad, I should know that. But you know what I mean, as in, like, we're the original, like, we done the treble, we're the goats, we done it, like, we had the generation before who, of course, like, they paved the way, they broke their backs and bit the bullet for us, but we took it there, bro.
Now, it's mad for me to see, because I've literally seen it all. I've seen everything.
Exactly.
And you man are like, you're doing like the biggest venues. Like,
yeah, man, we're here, bro.
Remind people again how many tickets you sold in 1 hour, please.
150,000, man. We thank
it's
God.
just different.
We thank God, bro.
Yeah,
we
you're
thank
from
God,
it.
man.
You're local,
yeah,
bro.
Man.
It's not a man from New York or LA or Atlanta. Do you know what I mean?
Word,
Really, really good to see.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, man.
What the hell's next?
I don't know, man. We're gonna see.
What can he do?
Do you know what I always say? Do you know what I love about this stuff the most? Is that one day I said I'm gonna be like 50 years old looking at my TV, and there's gonna be some young kid who didn't even come up off of Stormzy. As in, he might just know Stormzy because like he knows Stormzy's this thing in British music, but he came up like his Triple O, his Wily is Dave.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, Dave's his Wily, and like, I'm like
I like that.
I'm like Skibbity, and like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, and we're gonna be looking at him, and he would have headlined Glastonbury when he was 16 or 17, and he's like, do you know what I mean? And like, they would have taken it so much further than man ever could, and I can't wait. I can't wait, man.
And it shows that it really, really can be done. You know?
It can be 100%, man. 100%.
What's next for Stormzy then? The world tour.
The world tour.
That's mad.
Yeah, man. The world tour.
It's just different, bro. Like, you don't really see these things, you know?
Yeah.
Like, literally, you know when a man says a world tour, and these times they do 1-2 dates in the UK, and then go to Sweden.
Yeah. Go to Europe and then do one like Australia or something. Nah.
And it's a world tour.
I said, and it's so mad. I said to Toby, my manager, I said,
Big up Toby.
Big up Toby every time, my gaffer, my general.
Yeah.
And I said to Toby, bruv, we're doing a world tour.
Mad.
I said this to, bruv, this is why I love Murky. Like, we are like, the DNA and I said to Toby, world tour, not just the world tour. I want to do a world tour. I said that to him like last year, maybe the year before. Bruv, I swear to God, I was just chilling one day and he sent me the picture of the thing. He just sent me the picture. Dubai, Middle East, Asia, Africa.
Mad.
Done. That's murky, bro. That is murky. You say one thing to someone, I say one thing to Ash, I say one thing to AK, say one thing to Rach, say one thing to Toby. And I said that last year, and I remember even on that same day, I was kind of thinking, hey, when's man going on tour? Like, as I've been making the album, we're all about to, I said, when's man going on tour? Toby just sent me a picture. Stormzy, world tour, heavy as the head. I said, yeah, there we go. We're going on tour. Like, yeah, bruv. Like,
that's
every year.
Crazy,
it's going to be the most epic, and I'm going to give my everything, man. I'm going to give my everything because as soon as that tour's done, I said I'm gonna do next year. I'm gonna carry on releasing music. I still got new music to release. Like, yeah.
Wow.
2020, I'm still at it. I'm still gonna.
And just to set the record straight, like the venues over here, like they're arenas, bro. Like,
arenas, man. Do you know what? We're doing arenas, and I'm so proud of this. So I'll say it. Like, thank God, we're doing arenas all around the UK. We're doing 2 Dublin arenas. We sold out the 3 arena. We're doing 2 arenas in Dublin. We're doing 3 O2 arenas.
3 O2 arenas?
3 O2 arenas. Which
just sold out just like that?
Bruv, thank God. What a blessing. Like,
oh, my God.
I always wanted to do arenas and stayed and got here and it's like not just 1 O2 arena, not 3 O2 arena. As in, I said, bruv, that's one of my biggest achievements today.
That's mad, bro.
But we're doing arenas in Australia. We're doing arenas in Europe. Like, as in, like...
Yeah.
I've said it from the start. Like, you would know as well. Like, I'm an ambitious artist.
I've seen it from day one.
I'm not an artist I'm not comfortable like being. I don't want to live on the kind of hidden side of the internet. I don't want my music just getting played on specialist stations. No, I want to be an artist. I get paid on Capital XTRA, Capital. I want to be played everywhere. I want to perform everywhere. I want my music to be everywhere, and I want to play arenas and stadiums. And I want to be larger than life, man. Like, thank God, like, God willing. And now, man's that artist. Like, I always used to think, how do you become an artist who like does an arena in Australia? Like, yeah, bruv. Like, I used to think, how the hell? Like, I used to watch Ed. I say, bruv, how do you like sell out a stadium? Like, and then I'm one step closer. It's like, bruv, hang on. Man's going to Sydney and man's doing an arena. Man's in New Zealand doing as in on the other side of the world. I said, thank God, man. This is a blessing, bro. This is what I wanted. And now it's here. And now I got to deliver and I got to embrace it. Like, as in, I always say everything I prayed for, God has blessed me with. So I got to take it in and embrace it. And like, yeah, man, I'm living the dream. I thank God every day.
And you're nice in the Lambo Jeep as well, you know. I know time's against us. Before we go, I know you're a man. You openly say you're not really a fashion man like that, but you're heavy on your watches, though, innit?
Oh, I love a kettle.
Jay!
I love a watch.
What you working with? What you got?
Yeah, where do you want to start?
Yeah. Go on, tell me. Just a few before we go.
Oh, I got boy. It depends on how much of I'm.
What have you got?
I got everything.
Yeah.
No, I got most. No, I do. I'm not even like that. Sounded crazy. No, I love my watches. So like, I don't. If anyone who's into watches, that would know I'm into watches.
Yeah,
they would see certain kettles, a man, and know. But that's just a genuine like. It's Ed.
Okay.
It's Ed, bruv. So I had when I met Ed, I had 2 Cartiers.
Okay.
Toby bought me one. My manager bought me a Cartier for my birthday.
Yeah.
And then I got a Cartier, and like, at the time that was very much in my price. I was cool. I was nice, just living my Cartier life, like. And then done the Brits, which I don't think I've ever shared this. And Ed, that's my brother. I love that. Ed's like one of my best friends. Ed's not my musical friend. Ed's my brother.
Okay.
And Ed gifted me with a very nice kettle. We'll just call it that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. As in he threw me in the deep end of kettles. As in like I had a very nice watch. Like, yeah. And then
what was it?
It was just very nice. You know, any watch person listening, he got me the one of the brand of watch that you should. Yeah, it's very nice. And then since then, I just love him, bruv. I love all my watches. I built a little kid. I just love him. I feel like an old man. You know, like when you get them old men who collect stamps.
Yeah.
And they can tell you about every stamp. Like they'll be like, oh, this stamp here, no. Like that's like my pride and joy. Is like my watches. Like
right now, money.
Yeah, bruv. Even that, I think, bruv, what a blessing. Like, cause I'm a young black man from South London who now. Bruv, like
killing it, bro.
My hobby and my interest is like something that, like, thank God, like, how did we get here? Do you know what I mean?
Watches, timepieces.
Yeah, bruv.
Timepieces.
Timepieces. Yeah, like that. You feel me? There we go. So thank God, man. Yeah.
It's an absolute blessing having you back on the show, bro.
Thank you very much,
Congratulations on the second album.
Thank you very much.
The door is always open.
Thank you, bro.
World tour coming up.
Yes.
More books for Murky Books.
More books for Murky Books. More scholarships.
More
platform.
more collabos with Adidas as well.
Exactly. Yes. Everything, man.
And what we saying? Films?
Films, indeed.
Again?
Yeah. Indeed. I don't know about me acting. I always say I got to brush up on my acting.
Yeah. I must say, there was a scene when he was running in
Aye, listen. Do you want to hear something funny? Manny? It gets funnier than that. There's noughts and crosses, that's about to come up.
Yeah.
There's a running scene in that you thought that was funny. You're gonna text me when it comes out. You're gonna cry, bro.
Yeah.
You're going to cry. In noughts and crosses, acting is so. Listen, no, man, you thought that was bad.
Really?
That's nothing. That was nothing, bruv. There's a scene in noughts and crosses where I'm running up the stairs. Yeah. Oh my God, bro.
What is it?
It's like imagine an ostrich blowing up the stairs. Imagine like a massive ostrich, or like the bird from Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Imagine that running up the stairs, whatever that looks like. Bruv, it is the internet. They're gonna kill me. Yeah. As in, when that drops, I'm done. They're gonna kill me. As in, it's gonna be a meme. Man are gonna use it and say, when your girl's upstairs, and it's just gonna be man are blowing up this stairs. Oh, bruv, I'm finished after that.
Oh, looking forward to seeing it, bro.
Yes,
It's
bro.
been a pleasure. Big
Thank
up.
you, man.
Stormzy,
Thank you,
Capital
guys.
XTRA. Studio crew, make some noise,
Yes,
please.
love, bruv. Love, Manny. Every time, man.
That's a classic.